Joining me now is Greg Beischer. He is the president and CEO at Alaska Energy Metals. We meet again. Good to see you.
You too, Mark.
And lots happened since the last time we talked. Lots of news flow. The story's moving forward. So you updated your mineral resource estimate at Nikolai in Alaska, and you say that this proves that this is a globally significant project, and it could be one of the largest nickel deposits in the United States. You've got indicated and inferred resources of 8.1 billion pounds. That's with a B. So give us some highlights there.
Yeah, and it came out substantially better than I'd actually predicted. We drilled 8 holes last year, but we were able to combine that with 37 historical holes, so the total contained metal came out much larger than we'd really anticipated possible. And so yeah, it suddenly thrusted up into, I can say we're on track to become one of the largest nickel deposits, if not the largest in the United States. And yeah, globally significant accumulation of nickel metal, something the United States produces almost none of. It's totally reliant on foreign producers, so I think it really needs a domestic, secure source of this important metal. These metals, you know, it's cobalt, copper, platinum, and palladium to go with that nickel.
Now, you're planning a 15,000 meter, 26-hole drilling program in the summer in Alaska, and a capital raise to fund that. So can you update us there?
Yeah, I think the project certainly warrants an aggressive approach from here. We've proven that the nickel's in the ground. We can see that it keeps going. I mean, it's very rare for a geologist like me to be able to be so certain that we can expand this deposit further. But I can say that because there's a few scattered historical holes that confirm every so often that this very continuous, homogeneous layer of sulfide nickel mineralization continues. And so I'm quite confident that we'll expand the deposit further with more drilling, but more particularly, I'm really going to focus on what appears to be a higher grade core to this mineralization that will really help with early payback of capital when we eventually get to analyzing the economics. It should be very positive. So I want to make sure that I get a very good handle on that higher grade mineralization.
And you said, Greg, that if the Eureka deposit can prove that it can be a multi-decade mine, that would be hugely attractive to a major. Is it premature to ask whether the majors are knocking on the door because they've, based on this resource update?
Yeah, well, I can't really say.
Fair enough.
We've got NDAs in place,
yeah.
But you can glean from that yes, companies are starting to knock on the door. You know, I read with great interest Canada Nickel just a few weeks ago securing strategic partner Samsung, who wants the offtake from their very similar nickel deposit for making batteries in the United States, and Agnico Eagle Mines coming in as a strategic partner on Canada Nickel. I mean, these are smart companies that clearly were compelled by Canada Nickel's story, and I think so should be compelled by another similar nickel story right in the United States.
We'll circle back to Canada Nickel in just a moment, but what is the status of talks with battery makers, OEMs, any potential off-take agreements? Can you divulge anything there?
Not really, no. but
you are
I can only think that those talks are beginning. They take a while to put in place these sorts of agreements, but there's certainly interest coming.
Great. And back to Canada Nickel, you've said before that you figure Alaska Energy Metals is about 18 to 24 months behind them in terms of development, but that, where's your market cap now?
Yeah, it's 35 million at the moment.
Million. And you said 10x on that market cap over time is not out of the question. So fit that into the overall value proposition.
Sure. I mean, Canada Nickel, well, I think we're catching up quickly. We will, by the end of this year, I think, catch up to them in terms of the tonnage of the deposit, the amount of contained nickel. We'll have some metals that they don't necessarily have, which could help. Our grade is slightly better. So I think we're a very comparable company. Within 8 months, I'll be able to state that definitively, and hopefully our market cap will have caught up from 35 million to their current 240 million.
All right, always great to catch up. Greg, good stuff.
Thank you, Mark.
Greg Beischer, he is the president and CEO at Alaska Energy Metals.